yesterday. I pull up Twitch on my phone because, I mean, who wouldn't to monitor chat when they're just streaming straight from OBS? You just also make sure that I'm actually working here. Yep, it says I'm live. I'll make sure it says I'm live and my audio is good. It should echo forever and for all time. Okay, so Everdell. It looked cool. My brother-in-law took me to the game store yesterday. We had a look around, and this was the one that popped out as like the one to spend my $50 gift card on, plus another 10 because it was actually 60. Okay. I have a very low knowledge of what this game is actually going to entail. No pun intended, because this is an anthropomorphic animal game. It looks like animal game / resource gathering. So we shall see. I'm going to move the laptop just slightly. Little cameras here. And I'm going to pick up these guys because I'm not sure I'm using them right. Okay. So we've got this can be single player, which that was one big selling point for me because I live alone and I don't game with friends often offline. And they say there's an online version, but I'm like, you know what? I like physical games. They're just a lot more interesting. So, yeah. Within the charming valley of Everdell, beneath the boughs of towering trees among meandering streams and mossy hollows, a civilization of forest critters is thriving and expanding. Ever since famed adventurer Corin Evertail discovered the hidden realm long ago, the citizens have prospered under the shelter of the enduring Evertree. From Everfrost to Belsong, many a year have come and gone, but the time has come for new territories to be settled and new cities established. You will be the leader of a group of critters intent on just such a task. There are buildings to construct, lively characters to meet, even to host. It will be a busy year. Events to host. It will be a busy year. Will the sun shine brightest on your city before the winter moon rises? Prepare to be enchanted by the wondrous world of Everdell. Once you are here, you may never ever want to leave. So, you will be deploying workers to various locations on the board in order to gather resources which you will use to play cards face up in front of you, forming your own woodland city. Each turn you will perform only one of 3 possible actions: place a worker, play a card, or prepare for a season. You may place one of your workers on any location so long as it is not blocked by another player, unless the location allows for multiple workers. Immediately claim the listed resources or perform the action. To play a card, you must pay the listed cost of resources. Play a card is the other action. You can place a worker or play a card. To play a card, you must pay the listed cost of resources. Cards may be played either from your hand or from the area of face-up cards on the board called the meadow. Meadow right there. Okay. Haven, meadow, journey. Okay. And that seems to be kind of the only 3 areas. Only open in autumn. May discard a card from your hand for every 2 you discard. Gain 1 something. I'm not sure. Maybe that's money. They don't have tokens for money as far as I can tell. And I've got a box of other player tokens. Some number tokens. 1 and 3, and then these funky little, what are these, hobbit hole doors? They look like hobbit hole doors. Oh, and then a D8, of course, because what game wouldn't be in a D8, or what game wouldn't include a D8? If all of your workers are deployed, you may prepare for the next season by bringing back your workers, gaining new worker plural, either 1 worker or new workers, and perform the action described for the following season. A player is finished when they have played through the last season and cannot perform any more actions after all players have finished. The player with the most points wins. So we have in this game a game board, that's the giant circle. We have event tiles, which are these guys, these 4 things with the 3 on them. Not sure. Looks like a monument, acorn monument, a little canoe, wagon train, no, circus. It's like some sort of circus or something. And then what looks like a circus tent. Yeah, we'll see. All right. We've also got 24 workers, 6 per player. So I've got my 6 bunnies right there. Or no, those are rats, not bunnies. Or chinchillas or something. We have point tokens, which are those guys, the 3s and the 1s, and there's a bunch more in this box. 20 occupied tokens. Sneeze out that COVID. And we have these occupied tokens, which are like the little hobbit doors. We have a deck of critter and construction cards, 128 of those. We have 16 event cards. These are the ones with the tree on the back, and they are portrait mode. We have forest cards. There's 11 of these. These are horizontal and have a little patch of nothing on the back. We have the victory card, which is that guy, and a big old advertisement on the back. So that's the victory card, meaning we won. We have 30 berries, 20 pebbles. I love these too. These are like squishy, like berries. These are hard and clink when you drop them like stones. We have 25 resin, which are little clear resin nodules, I guess. They don't have a specific geometric shape that I can think of. And then we have 30 twigs. So little wood pieces. So we basically have wood, resin, stone, and food, fruit, berries. Oh, that's what that means. Right there it says discard 2, for every 2 cards you discard, gain 1 food. Or 1 resource. That's what it means. Because that, yeah, it's a little bowl with twigs, berries, resin, and stone all in the same bowl. Okay. So we have point token end of game points. That's, yeah, they've got a little legend here in the thing. And then we've got the tree, which constructed cardboard guy. Set up, place the board on the table, place the Evertree on the stump at the top of the board, as it is now. Place twigs, resin, pebbles, and berries in piles along the bank of the river. Place the point tokens and occupied tokens beside the board. Occupied tokens are the hobbit doors. So I need to place these. Because I can see them, I'm going to put them right there. Yeah, that should be nice. Yay! Ball QPL, Everdell. I'm thinking about to buy collection edition. Well, this is brand new QPL ball QPL. Brand new as of yesterday. It just, we walked into the game store, my brother-in-law and I, and a friend of his, and out of all the ones on the shelf, that's the one that popped out to me. So, yep, brand new. I have no idea if there are expansions. I see, you see, you've got some. You're looking to get some collector's edition. Like, I just got the standard cardboard version. Yeah, this is the normal edition. This is the first, like, oh dang, 3 expansions? Oh boy. Yeah, for $60 as the base game, I think I'm going to learn how to play this first. My big selling point is that it's single player, or can be single player. They say 1 to 4 players, and that's what I'm very excited about. Because I can just sit here alone in my kitchen and learn how to play it without involving other people. I also got Boss Monster yesterday, and that was a mess because I had 5 other friends, a few of which exhibit very strong ADHD personalities, and oh boy, I couldn't get the one guy to just shut up and let me read because he was just barreling along making the thing happen. Anyway, yes, Spire Crest expansion, I will. I'll have to make sure I like this one first, though. But yes, I'll keep that in mind. In fact, I'm just going to write that down real fast because I like these kinds of recommendations. Hang on. Got my girlfriend's science and social studies notebook. Okay, Everdell. Everdell. So you're saying Spire Crest expansion. Excellent. Yeah, have fun with it. Spire Crest. Yeah, will do. I have more tokens here that I didn't put out. I decided to be the chinchilla too. Alright, so I built the tree. I don't need the tree building instructions. Shuffle forest cards, place them on the... Okay, forest cards are the 11 tiny horizontal ones. Yeah, let's see here. And place them what? Face up. Place forest cards on the forest clear rings located at number 3. Use 3 cards, 4 cards for 3 or 4. Oh boy. It's saying 3 cards for 2 players. Am I reading this wrong? Did I say this was a 1-player game? Or am I just not through the instructions enough? Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, if they've got a wooden version of this tree, I mean, honestly, the tree kind of was the selling point. And I hear you on Collector's Edition. I bought into Trogdor Kickstarter a couple years ago, and I made sure that I upgraded to the plastic 3D printed minis on that one, just because, yeah, meeples, I guess. Wait a second. 3. So forest. Use 3 cards for 2 players. 4 cards for 3 or 4 players. Oh. Shuffle 4 cards. Place them on the forest clearings. Use 3 cards for 2 players. 4 cards. Okay. I got it. Yeah, I can imagine. These laser cut balsa things are very fragile. In fact, I've got one right here. Same brother-in-law got me that for Christmas a few years ago. It's a fun one. It's a little pneumatic engine. You blow up the hanger, go, and then the balloon breaks, and you got to replace it because you've let it sit for 3 months. But that was a fun one to put together. Okay, so we're putting down 3 cards. If this is a 2-player minimum game, I'm just going to play 2 players. Why don't We're gonna make this happen. I need to check though. Maybe I should check the back of the. 1 to 4 players. That's what it says. 1 to 4 players. All right. Just take it as that. That's fine. Let's see. Yeah. Spine pressed. So, place 4 basic event tiles along the river. I see. Event tiles. Grand Tour event. Oh, do these need to be the... Yeah, they do. They're labeled as... what they should be from left to right. MMM. Oh. Cartographer's Expedition. I thought that was just another carnival train. And then what's this one? Just Harvest Festival. Okay, cool. Oh, that's good to know. Thank you for letting me know that. Yeah. All right, all right. Play proceeds clockwise. 1 action per turn may be taken. Place a worker. Okay. I'm going to quick jump to the single player. Solo rules. When you're playing Everdell solo, you will be competing against a cantankerous rodent named Rugwort and his pack of rowdy, rambunctious rat ruffians. Wow, the alliteration on that's amazing. He returns to Everdell for 3 years in a row, each time bearing a new title of nastiness. You must find a way to overcome all the stuff. Year 1. Select a player color. He prefers black. So I need to grab grab all those. Oddly enough, these look like, there are no black ones. These are brown hedgehogs. Maybe the white ones that I've got are the... Anyway, he'll be black, or he'll be the brown hedgehog. Doesn't matter to me. Maybe I'll make him a red squirrel. Put that away. So, starting hand of 5 cards. Rugwort doesn't have cards. That's fine. I'm gonna actually take this advertisement booklet and put it right there. So we're still in setup. Shuffle the main deck. I did that. Randomly place 8 cards face up in the meadow. Place the deck inside the Evertree. Alright. 1, 2, put those right there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I am actually playing him as well. First player draws. Okay, put the rest of the deck inside the Evertree. They have it face down. That's probably what I would have guessed anyway. Alright, cool. I'm putting them face up in the meadow. Rugwort, you go there. Win card, you go there. Those cards go there. There's only 2 of us, so we have 3 of these forest cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. So he has 0 cards. I have 5 in single player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Q. Q, Q, Q. Each player places their 4 other workers. Oh, starts with 2 workers of their own color. Okay. So 2 colors, or rather 2 players. The first player draws 5 cards. Each player places their 4 other workers on the upper branches of the tree. Spring, summer, and 2 on autumn. I'm going to assume Rugwort does the same. Blank, blank, and 2 of his hedgies right there. And his 2 starter guys will go right there. I know he doesn't go right there. It says only autumn. Okay. Most humble player goes first. We know Rugwort's kind of a jerk, so I don't think he's very, what do you call it? Okay, Wingspan, yeah. I'll check it out, yeah. Select a player color he likes. Okay, Rugwort. Take one of Rugwort's workers and place it on the top left forest card to block it. Bam. He is doing that, whatever it is. Four. We have to also pick out 4 event tiles. Oh, event cards. Place 4 special events on the lower branches. Alright. So 2. Do not know what these are. Not read them yet. Throw these there. Put these here. Put the book down there. Wingspan, you said. Wingspan. Wingspan, is that the bird one? The ornithologist? Or ornithology one? Because that one did catch my eye. I mean, the pictures on it caught my eye. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll keep that one in mind. So, what is he saying? Or what is Rugwort saying? Anytime you play a card, Rugwort gets to play. If you play a meadow, replenish the first replenish. If you played a meadow card, first replenish the card. Let me just run through what I'm doing right now. We're obviously set up. So, how to play. Play proceeds clockwise. Perform one of the following actions. They can be performed in any order, but only one action may be taken per turn. Your workers are necessary for the expansion and success of the city. Okay, I see that there is a little pathway that they're pointing out right here. I'm going to nudge the resources behind the path. just so that I can keep track of it. Oh, okay. There are two types of locations, exclusive and shared, portrayed with an open encircling ring. So, exclusive, exclusive, shared, 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 exclusive, exclusive. Got it. Got it. To visit a location, place one of your workers on any available symbol. Okay. That worker is then considered deployed until you bring them back with the prepare for season action. Placing a worker on this location lets you draw 2 cards from the deck and gain 1 point token. So like that. If you put him on here, he gains 3 wood. Here he gains 2 wood and a card. 2 resin, 1 resin and a card. 2 cards and 1 point. 1 stone, 1 stone, 1 food, 1 food. Got it. Got it. Okay. Location subdivisions include, yeah, what I just said. Room for only one worker on each forest location. The spots with the 4 symbol. Okay. That little guy on that card is a 4. Dang. Bad focus. Copy a basic location and draw 1 card. So the location spots with the 4 rat thingy are only available in a 4-player game. Oh, there's, okay, got it. Okay. In a 2 to 3-player game, there's room for only 1 worker on each forest location. When you upgrade to 4 players, each forest location now can handle 2 players, or 2 workers in that spot, I think. You cannot place 2 of your own workers on a single location, though, so it has to be either 1, if it's in a 1 to 3-player game, 1 of your guys, 1 person per spot. If it's 4 players, 1 of your guys, 1 of somebody else. Okay. Destination cards. You may place a worker on any destination card in your city or on a destination card in another city that has an open symbol. So I have post office, lookout, ruins, inn, and then in my own hand I have farm, cemetery, and a mine and a general store, which don't have this little thingy. Oh, I'm supposed to look elsewhere for the open. There are no opens in this setup. Yeah, none of the cards that I've drawn are open. So, if you place a worker on any destination card in your city or on a destination card in another city that has an open symbol, in which case the owner of the destination gains 1 point token from the supply. The owner of the destination gets 1 point for somebody occupying it. Events. You may also place one of your workers on any remaining basic event or special event to achieve it. To achieve the event, you must meet all the listed requirements on the event. You must pay additional resources at the time you place your worker there. Only one player may achieve each event. You have to be able to achieve the event to place a worker on it. You get the worker back like normal the next season. Achieved events should be placed beside your city for scoring at the end of the game. Note, you do not have to return your achieved events if the required cards are later removed from your city. Haven. The Haven location is a shared space. It's this guy here. There is no limit to the number of workers that may be placed on it, even if it's the same color. By going here, you discard any number of cards from your hand and gain 1 of any resource for every 2 cards you discard. The discard pile is face down. Then in autumn, we have this journey. In autumn, you may send a worker on a journey. You must discard cards equal to the listed points of the journey location. Okay, so a wife is 2 points, or 3 if paired with a husband. The undertaker is 1 point. The mine is 2 points. The general store is 1 point. We have 1, 1, 0, 1, 3, 0, 1, 1. Cool. All right. 2-point location is shared, so any number of players can start a journey by putting a token there, but only, so it's a bit like backgammon, only one player token can advance onto an open space. The deployed worker is worth the listed points at the end of the game. You may send more than one worker on a journey. So the 3 actions are place a worker, play a card, and prepare for a season. So playing a card, you may play 1 card. To play a card, you must pay the listed requirements into the general supply. Cards may be played from either the meadow or from your hand. You will be playing these cards in front of you to form your city. There are 2 types of cards, critters and constructions. You may have multiple copies of any common card in your city, but you may only have 1 specific copy of any unique card. Unique meaning, let me just keep reading. You may pay the required cost in berries to play the critter, or if the construction listed on the top left of the critter card is already in your city, you may play the critter card without paying the cost in berries. Top left. The construction cost of this one is 1 resin, 1 stone. This one's 1 wood, 1 resin, 1 stone. 2 wood, 2 resin. 1 resin, 2 stone. 2 berries, 1 berry, 1 stone, 2 resin, 1 stone. Okay, critters are berries only. And they're the ones with the little signpost thingies at the top. So courthouse, yeah, cemetery, farm. So a wife, an undertaker, a wanderer, innkeeper, postal pigeon. Got it. So these are critter cards. These are construction cards. That's cool. Important, when playing a critter for free by using the related construction. Place an occupied token on a construction. You may only do this once per construction. I'm sure that will be self-explanatory once I get there. Because it doesn't make sense. Like judge. Oh, courthouse has a judge. Oh, constructions can be occupied by the minor mole. When playing a critter for free by using the related construction, place an occupied token on the construction. You may only do this once per construction. So a monastery, you could occupy the monk spot by just dropping that over the monk in the corner. Got it. Occupied token is not removed from the construction card if the free critter is later removed from your city. City. The city has a maximum of 15 spaces, 3 by 5. Each card takes up 1 space. Recommended layout is 3 by 5. Okay. Ooh, my eyes are going nuts on that diagram. Event cards do not count against the limit. Event cards, okay. Tan Traveler activates once immediately when played. It never activates again. You have green production. Are we looking at... We're looking at these icons. So we have Tan Traveler, green production, red destination, blue governance, purple, which isn't on here, but is down here, purple prosperity. Okay. So travelers activate once immediately when played and never activate again. Production activates once immediately when played and once during the prepare for season actions in spring and autumn. Red destinations activate when a worker is placed on it. Cards with the open symbol may be visited by opponents. This does not have an open symbol, so it is not visitable, I guess. Blue governance grants you bonuses after playing certain card types and offers different ways to play cards for a discount. So what does this one say? Dungeon. Unique construction may not be used with any other card playing ability. When playing a construction or critter, you may place the critter from your city face down beneath this dungeon to decrease the cost by 3 resources. Huh. Okay. Drawing cards. Always draw cards from the deck unless specifically told to draw them from the meadow. Cool. There's a strict hand limit of 8 cards. You can never have over 8 cards in your hand. If you get to draw cards, you can only draw up to 8, no more. If you are required to give cards to an opponent, you must choose an opponent who has room in their hand, and then give as many cards as possible, then discard any remaining. If a meadow card is played, immediately replace it with a new card from the draw pile. That's what I kind of figured. If an ability allows players to draw cards from the meadow cards, draw all cards first, then replenish. So if an ability allows players to draw cards from the meadow cards, draw all the cards and then replenish. So hey, I just pulled out 3 meadow cards. Then I'm going to take all 3 meadows and then we're going to... Got it. If the deck ever runs out, shuffle the discard. That's a given. When a card is played, follow this sequence of actions when applicable. When a card is played, follow the sequence of actions. Use the card playing ability. Pay the resources or use the occupied token. If a card comes from the meadow, replenish the meadow. Place the newly played card in your city. If the played card effect removes another card from your city, that card is removed immediately before the new card placement. I feel like I need more room now, because I'm going to also need to show off my town to some extent. Place the newly played card in your city. If the played card effect removes another card, that card is removed immediately before the new card placement. Resolve a newly played card effect. Resolve triggered effects like the courthouse, shopkeeper, etc. Prepare for a season is the third type of action you can do on your turn. If you have placed all of your workers and cannot play a card or do not wish to, then you must prepare for the next season. On your turn, bring back all your deployed workers, then gain the listed bonuses for the next season as shown atop the Evertree. So plus 1 worker, plus 1 worker, plus 2 workers. So by autumn you should be gaining 2 workers according to that little thingy at the top. On your first turn, you place a worker on the 3 twig space and take the resources. On the following turn, you place a worker on a forest location to gain 1 twig, 1 resin, and 1 berry. These are forest locations. Discard any 3 cards and gain one resource for each card. Two cards and 1 resource for that forest location. Copy a basic location and draw 1 card. So they're saying, example, on your first turn, you place the worker on the 3 twig space, the upper left, and take the resources, 3 twigs. On the following turn, you can place a worker on like a forest location to gain a twig, a resin, and a berry. On your next turn, you play a farm from your hand. By paying the listed cost of 2 twigs and 1 resin, you immediately gain 1 berry from a farm. On your next turn, you play a barge toad from the meadow by paying 2 berries, then immediately gain 2 twigs from the barge toad because you have a farm in your city. Okay. On your next turn, you do not have enough resources to play any more cards, and all of your workers are deployed, so you prepare for the next season. Bring back your deployed workers, then gain the bonus listed for spring, gaining 1 new worker from atop the Evertree, and activating all green production cards in your farm. Oh, more benefits. You gain 1 worker, you activate green production cards in your city. Okay. Which are your farm and barge toad, immediately gaining you a berry and 2 twigs. So activate, meaning just play the thing. Like on mine, I gain 1 stone from activating this card. When preparing for the next season, new workers from the Evertree join your growing city, gain the corresponding workers, and activate the next season's listed bonus. In spring, you gain 1 worker and activate all green production cards. In summer, you gain 1 worker. There is no production in summer, but green cards are still activated. But green cards still activate immediately if played during summer. You also may draw up to 2 meadow cards when you prepare for summer. In autumn, you gain 2 workers and activate all green production cards in your city. Okay, end game. End game. When you have reached the end of autumn and cannot perform any more actions, or you don't want to, you have finished the game and must pass. If a player has passed, they cannot be given cards or resources. If cards or resources have to be given to a player and all players have passed, discard instead. Got it? If unfinished players continue playing, any unfinished players continue playing until all players pass. Then add up all points to determine a winner. You may find it easiest to add up the base value of each card, then come back and add up point tokens, purple, prosperity, card bonuses, journey points, and events. If there is a tie, the player who achieved the most events wins. If there is still a tie, the player with the most leftover resources is the winner. Okay, so we're up to solo rules. And it looks like the rest is a glossary of sorts. So rugwort. Anytime after you play a card, rugwort plays a card. So you start off having a starting hand of 5 cards. Rugwort does not have a hand. Take one of Rugwort's first workers and place it on the top left forest card to block it. Place his other worker on the 3-twig basic location. Basic location, that guy. Okay. Play the game as normal. Anytime you play a card, Rugwort gets to play also. If you played a meadow card, first replenish it. Okay, I understand that now. I'm going to also take my mine back because, hey, I'm also going to throw that. Also going to spread out my hand because this is single player and no one really cares if I show off my cards. Okay. To play Rugwort's card, roll the 8-sided die. The number rolled determines which of the 8 meadow cards Rugwort gets to play into his city. The cards are numbered 1 to 8. All right. Oh man, I'm really running out of space. This is a very spacious game. And this camera only catches so much. Maybe I can do something like this and just nudge those forest locations a little further that way. So to play Rugwort's card, roll the 8-sided die. We can do that. The number rolled determines which of the 8 meadow cards, top left, bottom right being 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool, got it. For Rugwort City, place his cards in stacks according to color type so you can clearly determine how many he has of each color. The card's ability and point value do not matter. Replenish the meadow card after he has played his card. After you have performed Prepare for Season, Rugwort immediately performs his Prepare for Season action, which consists of these steps. Check to see that he has enough of the colored cards in his city to achieve any of the 4 basic events. If so, place that event in his city. 4 basic events are those guys, I think. Take his new worker, place it on the number 1 meadow card, 2 for summer, 3 and 4 for autumn. Okay. By the end of the game, he will have a worker on the top 4 meadow cards. You cannot play these cards anymore, but Rugwort still can. Move counterclockwise. Move his worker to the next forest card. Counterclockwise. Okay, I got it. During the Prepare for Season action, move his worker from the 3 twigs location to the 2 resin location. So he's just taking up the basic don't draw a card spots. During autumn, move his worker to the berry and 1 card location there. So he would jump from to there and then to there. Scoring. Rugwort will score 2 points per card in his city, 3 points for each purple prosperity card, 3 points for each basic event he achieved, 3 points for each special event that you did not achieve, 3 points for his worker on journey, and any point tokens that you gave him. Year 1. So this is going to be 3 games of oh boy. Okay. How to play. Play proceeds clockwise. You will take turns performing one of the following actions. These actions may be performed in any order, but only 1 action may be taken per turn. These are forest locations. These are destinations. Any card is a destination. Okay. Okay. So I have to have 3 destinations in order to land on the little caravan. And 3 destinations, 3 destinations. So I have to have 3 destination cards, the red ones, in my city. So he's taken up those 2 spots, so I can't because this isn't a 4-player game. Oh man. So I have my 5 cards right here. Wife, general store, undertaker, and mine. So I can place a worker. I cannot place a card until I have the resources that I need. Let me read one more time. Each turn you will perform only one of the 3 possible actions. You may place 1 worker on any location. You must pay resources to play a card. If your workers are deployed, you may prepare for next season. I think I got it. I think I got it. So, player 1 can go. Okay, so player 1, I don't have resources, so I need to place resources. The cost of resources will depend on what I jump to. So, so I can So basically, I need to place a worker to gain resources. I'm a bit confused here. You may play 1 card. To play a card, you must pay the listed requirements. Cards may be played either from meadows or from your hand. So I have to pay the requirements in order to play a card, which I don't have the requirements. Again, that's all they say is how to do each turn. So how to place a worker. Deploy a worker. There are 2 types of locations, exclusive and shared. Got that. Place the worker on any available paw print symbol and immediately take the listed resources or perform the action. That worker is considered deployed to that location until you bring them back with Prepare for Season. These are basic locations. These are forest locations. I am going to place a chinchilla on this one that says copy any basic location and draw one card. So I am going to, I want to make a general store. So I am going to copy the single resin and single card. Now I have one resin and one architect. I also get to draw another card because I took forest location. I have a unique construction known as a crane. When playing a construction, you may discard this crane from your city to play that construction for three fewer resources. It also comes with a free architect. Is that what that means? I don't know. But I can't play it because I don't have the resources yet. Okay. So I have deployed my chinchilla to this forest location. I could also deploy them to destination cards. I wonder if I can deploy them to ones in the meadow. Okay, events, I can put them on events, but I have to pay resources to get that event, which is have destination cards in your city. For basic events. Basic events are the four at the top. There's advanced events in the deck. And are placed beside your city for scoring. Haven, you can put your guy on the Haven and then discard 2 cards to gain 1 resource. That's actually an interesting one. I would almost be willing to do that if it let me get 1 stone. Say this is blocked by him. Yeah. Okay. And then Journey, I can also play in Autumn. So I have played. I have played and I have gotten my stuff. After you play a card, Rugwort gets to play a card. To play Rugwort's card, roll the 8. 7. So he plays the Monastery. So I'm going to place Rugwort's Monastery right there. Off camera, of course. Yeah. We're going to keep them in piles of color. According to color, we're going to place a new card known as the Ranger. So what? What does this mean? Worker stays here permanently. Give 2 resources to an opponent, gain 4 points. That doesn't matter. It says point and ability don't matter. If he has enough of the colored cards in his city to achieve any of the 4 basic events, place that event in his city. Oh, when he's preparing for a season. Okay, round 2. I am going to place another worker. I can't place him here. Discard up to 3 cards and gain 1 resource, any of 1 resource for each card. So I am going to place my guy there. No, I'm going to place my guy there, gain 1 stone. So there's my pool. That's it. Rugwort goes. 7 again. He gets a Ranger, which is a travel type card, over there. The end. And he's only taking cards from the meadow. He doesn't play any of the cards, he just collects them. Oh! So, okay, I got it. So it needs 3 points in your pool of points. Got it. Okay, so I want to, this turn, play a card. I want to play the General Store. Gain 1 berry. If you have a farm in your city, gain an additional 1. I'm going to pay a stone and a resin to play the General Store. That is a construction. Common cards, you can have any type or anything. Okay. Commons, you can have more than 1. Uniques, you cannot. So I have an Undertaker. I can only have 1 Undertaker. And I can only have 1 Architect. I can have 2 wives. That's actually a good thing. Okay. You may pay the required cost to play the critter card, or if the construction listed in the top left of the critter card is already in your city, you may play the critter card without paying the cost in berries. Oh! So since I do have an architect, I could play the crane. And then on the next turn, play the architect for free without paying 4 berries because he is part of the crane. Cool. Okay. That's excellent. And then I would just say, this is occupied. City has, okay, drawing cards. Always draw cards from the deck unless you're allowed to draw them from the meadow. You can never have more than 8 per. Use the card playing ability. I gain 1 berry. pay the resources. So I would have gotten a berry before I gave the stone and the resin back. If the card comes from the meadow, replenish the meadow. It did not. It came from my hand. Place the newly played card in your city. That card is removed immediately before the new card placement. Resolve newly played card effect. Interesting. Okay. Dungeon, judge, innkeeper, etc. Is there one of those? Dungeon, judge, innkeeper. What does innkeeper say? When playing a critter, you may discard this innkeeper from your city to decrease the cost by 3 berries. Okay. Okay. Grants you bonuses after playing certain card types and offers different ways to play cards for a discount. Card types. Oh! Activates once immediately when played and once during prepare for season. So I would also play the color, which this one is a green, but I'll do that when preparing for season in spring and autumn. Okay. Now, Rapscallion goes and claims the Wanderer. And we replenish with a Bard. Cute. So he'll prepare for season right after I do. Currently I have 1 berry. I do not have a farm, and I need 1 more berry to farm. I cannot deploy any more, and so I must prepare for season, which means I bring back my workers. Gain the bonuses for the next season, which is I get my guy, my 3rd guy, and I play any green. I play any production cards that are in my city, which this one would give me a 2nd berry. Hi. This is actually fairly simple. Okay. Does Rapscallion Rugwort Man have enough? Yes, he does. He has 3 points. He is going to take, I don't know, this guy, the Harvest Festival event. Wait. 3 travel, 3 governance. 3 travel, 3 governance, 4 production, or 3 wanderer. Let me look again. Ugh. You may place your workers on a basic event or special event to achieve it. To achieve, you must meet all the listed requirements and must pay any required resources at the time you place your worker there. Only one player may achieve each event. You have to be able to achieve the event. To place a worker on the event, you get the worker back as normal during the next season. Achieved events should be placed inside your city for scoring at the end of the game. You do not have to return your achieved events if the required cards are later removed from your city. Okay, so it looks like my city has to contain 3 creatures, or rather 3 types of red destination cards, or 3 governance cards, or 4 production cards, or 3 traveler cards in order to gain an event during the place creature phase. He does not have 3 of anything. He has 2 traveler, and he has 1 destination. Take his new worker, so he can't gain an event. But he is going to block the innkeeper. Move his worker to the next forest card, so he's going to block that guy. So now I cannot discard 3 cards and gain 3 random resources. I now can just play this and get 2 cards and 1 resource. Okay. During Prepare for Season, move his worker from the 3 twigs to the 2 resin. So he has 2 workers that track the path and the forest, and then 4 more that fill up the top row of the meadow. Cool. Is this happening? Let me turn me down, just because. All right, that is his turn. You do not have to prepare for the next season every single time. But once you have gone through all the seasons by yourself, you are done playing. And then every other player does their thing. So, maximum of 15, we're probably not going to get there in single player mode. Okay, so next season, play a card or place a worker or prepare for next season, which I don't want to do. That seems like, okay, I'm going to place a worker here, gaining 1 stone. Actually, I'm going to place the worker there, because that's a good one. Place, which is gain a resource from there, and also gain a card, which is teacher, a crow, a school, common critter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm up to 7 cards. 7 cards. This is a green, which means I now draw 2. I draw 2, keep 1, and give the other one to Ragwort. I can keep a twig barge or a courthouse. I like the courthouse. It's got more points anyway. I'll give the twig barge to Ratigan. He now has 1 green, 2 travel, 2 tan, and 1 red. This is my city up here. My general store. Blue grants you bonuses after playing certain card types. I actually want to place that if I can. I'm not going to be able to because I don't have wood or... I don't have any of the required resources. It's 1 wood, 1 resin, and 2 stone. I've only got this. Let me... He's going to now roll and take the 7. Gosh, him and those 7s. Which is another green, 0 points. And we're going to place down a fairgrounds. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 now. I am going to I cannot draw from the meadow unless I'm allowed to. I'm going to place another... Wait. No, I can play this crane finally. Yes, I'm going to place the crane. When playing a construction after this, you may discard the crane and pay 3 fewer. Okay, so I just play the crane. He's going to play a 5 and gain the fairgrounds, which is a 3rd green. Man. 1 more and he'll be able to grab the festival. And he definitely has 3 points. Okay. On this turn, I wish to play the Architect, which is a prosperity, which has bonus points at the end of the game. He is unique. Also, the crane is unique. But I'm not going to pay for food for him. Instead, I'm going to pay that guy. The occupied token. And that's the only architect I can have with this crane. Cool. For each unused resin and stone, I have 1 point when I'm scoring. Now he plays 3. He gains a dungeon, which is a governance card. I am going to build in a wife token, paying 3 to the pool, or 2 to the pool for that. 2 food, yes. He's going to, oops. Missed that. He's going to pull the 3, which is a theater, which is a prosperity. He does not have prosperities yet. Okay, at the end of, or the prepare for, at the end of the season, you don't have to return cards. Okay. I wouldn't expect you would. You just grab from the tree and continue to the next season, the end. All right. Use the card to playing ability, pay the resources, or use the occupied token. Crane. Oh, he has the, if you have a crane, you can just use the crane and, okay, I get the little signposty thing at the very top left now. City limit, unique, type, cards in deck. Why? What is the 2, 3, 4 cards in deck thing? Oh, that's how many of these there are in the entire game. There's only 2 architects that exist. There's 3 teachers, 3 mines, 2 undertakers, 4 wives, 2 courthouses. Interesting. Okay. Yup. And we also need to pull him out, because why not? Twig barge. I don't understand the meadow stuff. And I don't have destinations. He has the destination, but it's not, we're not counting it. Okay. Did I run for him? Yes, I did, because I wanted to work another thingy. Gain 1 if you have a farm in your city. So I want to I probably was not supposed to play the teacher before because I didn't put him in my city. Drawing cards. Always draw from the deck into your hand. I could play one of these as well. Let's take a look. I have 1 stone. I want to pay my 1 stone and play this barge, which is immediately gain 2 wood. Also replenish this guy. Six. We are going to move the postal pigeon, a traveler, to his deck and replenish. So we use the card ability, pay the resources, or use the occupied token. I did that right. Yes, I paid the... If the card came from the meadow, so you can play any of these cards into your city, but drawing cards into your hand can only come from the draw pile, unless told otherwise. Place the newly played card in your city. If the played card effect removes another card, remove first, then resolve the newly played card effect. Resolve triggered effects such as courthouse, shopkeeper, etc. By the way, that was a construction, and I have a crane, so that when playing a construction, this crane from your city now costs 3 fewer of this, which, oh yeah, I've got to discard this then. Discard. I'm going to put the discards up there. Tell me now, because this also has a wood cost that I missed, and I didn't have wood. But I will also take my stone back because, of course, that is a thing. Now, what about playing creature cards? I think it'll stay. The occupied token is not removed from the construction card if the free critter is later removed. I did not remove the critter, I removed the construction to pay for the barge. So that guy is now discarded. Now we roll for him, Ratigan. We pick up the purple. We move that to there. We replenish. We have a castle. Cool. Castle is one of those prosperities that we score up after the end of the game. Got it? I don't replay these. No. These are played, done, unless they're certain kind, so I can't pay one more stone and one more wood. I play out of my hand and out of the meadow. Okay. So, I have 2 wood and 1 stone. What would take that? That's not blocked. Nothing. I have 1 resin, 2 stone, a university, which is kind of cool. I will play onto the resin. No, I will play onto the forest to gain 2 cards and 1 resin, 1 resource, which I just got an inn and a storehouse. The inn is play a critter from or construction from the meadow for 3 fewer resources. The storehouse, place either 3 wood, 2 resin, 1 stone, or 2 food on this storehouse from the supply. Take all the resources on this card. But that's in my hand, so I can't play it yet. Those go into my hand. Let's see. Radigan will go. What does it say? Rugwort can still play cards in the meadow if they're blocked. So he will take the innkeeper, replenish with a wife, and leave his guy on it. Okay, so I could play any of these 7, a peddler, a university, a bard, a farm, fairgrounds, another farm, a castle, or any of these 7, which I really like the look of that inn. So I am going to pay for an inn. And place that into my city. The inn allows me to play a critter or construction from the meadow for 3 fewer resources. That happens when you place one of the workers onto it. Red destinations activate when a worker is placed onto it. Cards with the open symbol may be visited by opponents, but I get points for that. Okay. What does open mean, actually? You may place a worker on any destination card that has an open symbol. the owner gets 1 point from the supply. Like immediately? I would think so. Because once you pull everybody back for the next season. Yeah. Okay. So is there anything I can pay 1 stone for? No. I'm going to place my last worker. Actually, I'm going to place my last worker into the inn for 3 few, and then the effect activates. So now I can, because the effect is play a critter or construction with 3 fewer resources, I will place the courthouse, which will in the future allow me to gain 1 wood, resin, or stone after playing another construction. I wanted to take... I'm confused, but I'm not that confused, so I'm okay. Alright, Radigan goes 6. He gains 1 farm and plays. Workers placed on the events. I don't have extra workers anymore. Okay. Yeah, it just says these are destinations for your workers, not travel cards that you have. So, that's good. So, in that case, I can't do any more because there's not anything that costs a single 1 stone. Wait, yes, no. Twig Barge won't let me. I can't play those because I've already played them. Okay, so nothing in my hand, nothing on the meadow will let me play 1 for 1 stone. I've already discarded the crane. What are... Oh, shoot. These are special events up here that I completely forgot about. These are the special events. When achieved, place up to 2 critters from your city beneath this event. Only 1 player may achieve each event. You have to be able to achieve the event to place a worker on the event. You get the worker back like normal next season. Contain a woodcarver and a chapel. Oh, courthouse and ranger. So if I had a courthouse and a ranger, if I have 4 of these, if I have a historian in ruins, if I have, I see. Okay, so the requirements are up at the top, and the effect is down in the bottom. Ancient scrolls discovered. I needed an historian and some ruins, and when I have those, I can place the worker on this event, then reveal 5 cards and draw any or place any beneath this event. Reveal 5 cards. You may draw any or place any beneath this event. So if I were to do this, that's weird. Let me look this up. Events, critters, constructions, tail. There's nothing about special events or special achievements. I know. Let me also. Only one player may achieve an event. That's fine. But at this point, I am going to prepare for the next season, which means I pull all my guys back. I take one guy, and I also draw 2 from the meadow into my hand, and I have 5 right now. I'm going to take a castle. I'm going to take this university into my hand and replace it with a shopkeeper and a monastery. Radigan will check to see if he has any basic events requirements. So he needs either 3 tan, 4 green, 3 red, or 3 of these guys. He has 2. He does have 3 events, or no, 3 green cards in his city. He has 4. He has 4 green cards to achieve Harvest Festival. Now, it doesn't matter for him, but Events. Place one worker on the event. To achieve the event, you must meet all the listed requirements on the event and must pay any required resources at the time you place your worker there. Only one player may achieve each event. You have to be able to achieve the event to place the worker on the event. You get the worker back at the end of the season. Achieved events should be placed beside your city for scoring at the end of the game. You do not have to return achieved events if the required cards are later removed from your city. That's one thing I feel like I need to read up on, because cities or city cards events 6 for a performer. Take the new worker and place it on the number 2 card. Move your worker to that guy. Also, during summer, prepare for season. His worker moves to stone. Right? Yes. Okay. So Radigan has gone. Oh boy. So, I believe we're ready. This events thing is really bugging me though. Do you pay the cards from your city to Grand Tour requires your city to contain 3 destination cards. That's it. It doesn't say you have to pay from your city to gain a basic event. Like, you don't have to give up the cards that are in your city. He still has these 4. He's never going to get that event again. Okay. And really only getting the event out of the way. You place one worker on a basic event or special event to achieve it. Achieved events should be placed next to your city for scoring. But during the season, if he got it, or if I got this one, I'd place my worker there. That way I know I'm pulling my worker back next season off of this, but I keep that. You do not have to return your achieved events if the required cards are later removed from your city. Oh! No. Good grief, that doesn't make sense at all. Okay, well, start of the season. I have one stone. I would like to try to use it, but I can't. Therefore, I am going to place a worker here, gain 1 resin, and 1 card. I now have a storehouse. Radigan goes and takes the 5, which is another monastery, and replaces it with another wife. I'm up to my maximum. I can only have 8. If you are required to give cards to an opponent, use the opponent who has room. If you get to draw cards, you can only draw up to 8, no more. So okay, I got it. I can't draw anymore, just because I've got too many cards. Storehouse, wife, Undertaker. What can I play? I can't play anything. Wait, no, I can't. Because I need more resources. So I shall get more resources by jumping over to the 3 wood. Because I can't have more cards, why should I ask to draw more cards? Radigan plays a 6. He gains a doctor. And replaces the doctor with the post office, which is 2 resin, 1 wood. I have multiple wood and 1 stone. I also have this storehouse, which I really, really, really like. I'm going to pay 1 to there. It also is 1 resin and 1 stone. So we're going to take from the pool 3 wood, 2 resin. No, ore, that's an ore. So I like the 2 resins. I'm going to load this with 2 resins. Probably should play a couple berries, but we'll call it resins for now. That is my card played to the city. Radigan goes and replaces our 6, which is a travel, with... I need to play more travels to unlock that before him. Not travels, but destinations. And then he's going to replace the post office with the Queen. Cool. I need more stone, but I can't get stone because Radigan's blocking it. I can, however, discard 3 cards and gain 3 resources, which I will do. and gain 3 resources. Take 3 berries because I thought of something that I want to try. Radigan goes and replaces the queen. He now has enough to grab the Grand Tour with the castle. I am going to pay 3 berries and grab the Bard. Up to 5 cards. So I want to get rid of this, this. No, I want to get rid of this. I'm just going to get rid of 1 card immediately. Is that right? Activates immediately when it's played. I now will discard a mine and get 1 point. Because I want to try out points, that's why. Oh. I also had I had the courthouse in place when I played the storehouse, so I would be gathering a wood, stone, or resin. I'm going to take a stone. I believe that's allowed. Radigan goes 3. He takes the shopkeeper, replaces the shopkeeper with the barge toad. There are no farms. Wait, are there farms? No. Yeah, farms are different. Oh, farms are this. Additionally, I have a twig barge. He went, I'm going to play the barge toad with my automatic free barge toad occupied space. Immediately, I gain 2 wood for each farm in my city. I don't have a farm in my city. We're going to replace this with the Evertree. 1 point for each prosperity in my city. I wonder if you can discard from the meadow. It doesn't make sense. Seems a little bit cheaty. But alright. Radigan goes and replaces the Evertree. I wanted that. With a monk. Okay. I have 1 wood, or 2 wood and 1 stone. I'm going to deploy my last guy and get 2 resin. Radigan is going to replace the courthouse with a palace. Okay. I am going to draw the fairgrounds by paying 2 resin, 1 wood, and 1 stone. Yes. And draw 2 cards due to the effect of the fairgrounds, which is copy 1 green in an opponent's city. So I have a minor mole and I have a farm. Farms, I hear, are extremely good with barge toads. But I don't have enough resources to pay for it. And I don't have enough workers to go out and get more. So it looks like at this point I will be pulling everybody back. Oh, Radigan gets to go as well. 6. Oh, I also need to replace this. 6. Prosperity replaced with an Undertaker. Okay. This turn, pulling everybody back. Yep. I also will grab my last 2 guys and play all of my greens, which is gain 1 food, gain 2 wood, place resources on the storehouse, gain 2 wood for each farm. I don't have 2 wood, or I don't have farms, and draw 2 cards. I have 5. I can do that. Post office and fairgrounds. Alright. And I don't want very many draw cards versions of stuff, just because then I mess up. Okay, Radigan pulls all his guys back. Or no. Radigan was here. He's going to move to there. He's going to move to there. He's going to take his 2 guys and fill up those 2 spaces. So all of his guys have moved. He's also going to take any events. So 3 monuments. He's got 3 cards, so he gets the monument. He's got 3 travels, or destinations rather. So he's going to take the destination event. And he has, pretty sure, yes, he has 3 travels, so he's going to take the expedition. All basic events are now gone. He got them all. And that's sad. Okay. Last round. Last round. Have 1 food. I'm going to jump onto the storehouse, take everything that's there right now, and I could see how this would be beneficial to play this at the very beginning of the game so that you load it up, and then at the end of winter, when you jump into spring, you load it up again, take it during summer, and then load it up at the beginning of autumn, and then are able to take it again. That would be a good one for a double. So I now jumped on that. He goes 5. These will not matter to him anymore, except for just points in his city. I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose this based on just the sheer number of cars he has in his city. Unless we don't count any of his points. If we count all of his event points, that, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I will either play a fairgrounds or I can move. I can play any of the 4 down there. Discard 3 from the meadow. Replenish, then draw 1 from the meadow. I'm going to pay 2 wood and 1 resin to gain this farm. I'm going to gain 1 food. I'm going to do that. Because my barge toad needs to have a chance to do his thing, but it's not going to matter because this will be the end of the game. Now what is ending the game? Because I'm right here. Reach the end of autumn and cannot perform any more actions or don't wish to. So I do okay. And there is, I think I saw a card where there is a chance to get more points based on the number of resources you have collected. So I pulled the farm. He is going to take the shopkeep. Hi, you. and replace the shopkeeper with the wood carver. I'm going to jump on stone. He's going to take that wood carver. He's going to replace with a farm. Place a worker on wood, take 3 wood. I want to push for this castle, or even better, the palace. We move him 5. Good. Palace if I can. I'm going to place a worker on resin. Take 2 resin. He's going to replace number 8, the doctor, with wood carver. I also placed a farm in a fairgrounds that I did not count because my courthouse. Just take 2 stones. Retroactively. Because I want to see what temple does. I can't take the temple, he's blocked it. Therefore, I will build my castle. Three of those, 3 of these, and 2 of these. And my castle is now built, and my courthouse comes into play, from which I will take 1 more resin back. Oh, I see, okay. So what do I have to pay for? Undertaker, 2. In, 2 wood, 1 resin. Wood carver. I'm going to buy the wood carver, but I'm going to do so by playing one of my guys on the inn and receiving the wood carver for free. Replace that with the school. I'm going to run this right away and pay the cost for 2 points. 2 wood for 2 points, bringing me up to 3 points total in my city. He is going to replace the inn with the wanderer. I'm going to look up minor mole in the index. What is a minor mole? When played and during production, you may copy any one green production card in any opponent's city. Basically, the minor mole becomes that card for a moment. So if copying a general store would receive 2 berries, if that opponent also had a farm in their city, you would receive 2 berries if that opponent also had a farm in their city. You cannot use a minor mole to copy a storehouse in another city. However, you can use minor mole to copy a minor mole in another city, then activate a storehouse in your own city, placing the resources on your storehouse, not on the minor mole. You may copy any green production card in Rugwort City with the minor mole. Because we're nearing the end of the game, I'm going to buy a wife, though. Hi, Muffy Muffin. I know. You should hop up here. Okay. What? Oh, okay. I can see why this is now acting like Nile. So I need an historian in ruins, shopkeeper in post office, doctor in postal pigeon. Fine, Mama. What? Okay. What time is it? Oh, it's nearly 4 o'clock. What time do I need to be at my stuff? Because I have stuff going on. Haas. Welcome, Haas. "6 p.m. I need to be there, and that's about 45 minutes drive. It is 4 p.m. right now. I will need to go in an hour. I think I'm going to be able to finish up by then. Okay. All right. So I will take 2 cards and 1 token. An inn and a twig barge. And a point. He will replace number 4 with a minor mole. Twig barge is common, so I could put it down, but I don't have the resources. Therefore, gathering plain old resources, I probably should be using forest areas instead, because those give me extra stuff. Anyway, I can pay for the postal pigeon. Which I will do. He is a traveler, which means it takes effect immediately. I just filled up my city completely. Postal pigeon. I didn't already have the post office, did I? However, I did have a farm. I could have gotten a wife for free. Shoot. Alright, well. Reveal 2 cards. And then pay for the other minor mole. Okay. Reveal 2 cards. Play one up to 3 points for free. Discard the other. I will discard the Evertree. Dang. Maximum of 15 spots. I am done for. That was my Hail Mary. And that was a postal pigeon, which meant my courthouse didn't do anything for me that time. School. I mean, I can't play it. I can't play it because I don't have room in the city, so I have to also discard that. Well, that was fun. Anyway. And the postal pigeon's not worth anything. Well, it was my last one. Okay. And I can't prepare for next season, so I'm going to end. Rugwort scores 2 points per card in his city, 3 points for each purple. So, Rugwort. One, 2 points per card. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 18, 20, 22. He got a lot. 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. First time through. 34, 36, 38, 40, 42. And 42 and 3 for purples. 45, 48, 51, 54, 57, 60, 63, 66, 69, 72. I didn't get any special events, so he gets 3 more for those. 72, He has no workers on journey. Why did I not put his worker on the journey? Oh, wait. I'm counting his points up wrong. I'm not done with this season. I have to pull my people in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I also just call that good, I think, because I'm preparing for next season. Well, next season is winter, so we don't get to do anything. No, so I need to still leave these guys at where they are. I'm ending the game. Ending my game. They'd stay there. Oh. No, I think this guy and this guy, was it? We're right here, right here. Yeah. I'm ending the game. So we do count his stuff. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20, 22, 24, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 63, 66, 69, 72. He will have been on this 62, 63, 64, 65. 65, 66, 67, 68, 71, 74, 77. 77 special events that I didn't do. So 77. And I already got rid of that little book. 77. Okay. Done with him. I have 1 resin left. I need to keep track of that. How many points did I have? Basic value, then come back and add up point tokens, purple bonuses, journey points, and events. I did not get any events or journey points. So I am basically done as well for my entire city. I'm going to throw that occupied token back. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 12, 14, 15, 17, 19, 23, 25, 25, 29, 29, 30, for the castle. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 34, 35 due to my architect. And wife. $35. So, it's actually some points. It's not terrible. But I can see playing up against Radigan, the idea would be to end the season as fast as possible so that you don't keep him swapping cards out and just getting little twosies every 2 or 3 per card that he's got in his city, because that's just ridiculously overpowered in my opinion, for him anyway. Okay, that's not bad. I like this. I like this, and I think I could get used to it and figure it out. Yeah. All right. Well, really good. Yeah, and the events are going to be the big hitters. Because if you have a courthouse and a ranger, move your guy here and capture the acorn thief. I need an event breakdown as well. Because this one is like, place 2 critters from your city beneath this event. Oh! From your city, meaning take the critters that are in your city, not your workers. Your workers don't count. Beneath this event. Up to 2 critters. So you take 2 of your critter cards, put them underneath that. Suddenly, you have 6 more points. About this one. The ancient scrolls discovered. If you have an historian and a ruin, when you play this, reveal 5 cards. You may draw any or place any beneath this event. So you would draw 5 off the deck. You can either keep them or put them underneath this card for 1 point each. That's cool. What about this one? A brilliant marketing plan. If you have a shopkeeper and a post office in your city, you may give opponents up to a total of 3 resources. For each donation, you get 2 points. Flying doctor service. I should have pushed for this one. Especially since I had a postal pigeon, if I had grabbed that doctor from the meadow, I could have gotten this and would have the flying doctor service for each husband/wife pair in every city. You gain an additional 3 points. Interesting. All right. Well. That's cool. That's cool. I like that one. I could play that one again. It would take a little while, though. It's one that definitely does take up a little bit of time. I mean, it's already 4 o'clock. I started probably at 2, maybe less. I don't know. But that's a good one. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. I'm going to throw these back down into here. Clean this guy up. See how well it cleans up for one. I've got an extra bag. Yeah, they gave me some extra bags on this guy. Mostly because they shipped the paper tokens in the punch-out cardboard. So, the extra bags are for the tokens. I love these pieces, though. They're so cool. I mean, the materials themselves are set up such that they feel like the real deal. Resin. The berries are squishy silicon. The stones are rock hard. Oh, baby. Charlotte. See, I'm kind of excited to try this with Esther. But the guy here, or the viewer, said in chat, oh, the best is 3 players. So I'm going to make sure I try it with 3 players next time. If possible. Resources there. Punch out. Events. Yeah, I'm surprised they gave me so many occupied tokens, but it's alright. I guess if you had 4 players, you'd probably have use for all of them. So he'll automatically get 3 points just for being on Journey. I need to read up on Journey again. If you have play Haven is shared. There's no limit to the amount of workers placed on. By going here, you may discard any number of cards and gain 1 resource for every 2 cards. The discard pile is face down. In Autumn only, you may send a worker on a journey. Discard cards equal to the listed points on the journey location you choose. The 5 point, 4 point, 3 point, and 2 points, or 3 points, are exclusive. The 2 point location is shared. The deployed worker is worth the listed points at the end of the game. You may send more than 1 worker on a journey. So it's not like he starts at 2 and works his way up. You just discard 5 cards and immediately he's on level 5 journey. Interesting. Okay. feel like I could automate this. I know that an online version exists, just because it's right there in the box. There's some whatever.com/Everdell. Play online with your friends. And I'm like, well, if it requires me to buy a license to play, then no. I'd rather just get 3 friends and play it in my kitchen or on my coffee table or something like that. In fact, I should have played this on my coffee table. Not that I can. I'm gonna do that. I'm going to do that. Little cards. Go right there. Yeah, this totally works. This totally works for me. What does Ellie say? Right. Resources. Tokens. Take down the tree. Also 2 more special events. Need to go in the events section. Yeah. They've got this rock the top leaf over the treetops. I'm like, why didn't you just cut the slots a little bit wider? You've got room to. But I guess they want it to fit perfectly, so that makes sense. Whatever. Tree pieces on the bottom. And board game on the top. Main board. I also feel a need to cut a couple holes in the bottom of this. All right. I'll keep the silicon. Worth keeping. Is this anything? No. It's a sandwich bag. Okay. I should do it. I'm gonna get going. Thanks for watching.